Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want to talk about the battle that never ends, the war that rages on every single day, not out there but in here. The one fight you can't run from, the one opponent you can't escape. It's not the doubters, it's not the haters, it's not the people who don't believe in you. No, it's you versus you. See, every single morning when you open your eyes, there's a version of you that wants to be great and a version of you that wants to stay the same. One is disciplined, focused, relentless. The other is weak, distracted, comfortable. And the moment you wake up, the battle begins. Who wins? That's up to you. Some of you are losing this battle because you don't even realize it's happening. You've been negotiating with yourself for too long, making excuses, putting things off, choosing comfort over growth. You've let the weaker version of yourself take control. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to change. You have the power to fight back. It's time to stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming the past. Stop blaming people. The enemy isn't out there, it's in the mirror. And if you want to win in life, if you want to reach your full potential, you have to beat that version of yourself that keeps holding you back. Tonight we're going to talk about what it takes to win that fight. Because this isn't about talent. It's not about luck. It's not about who's the smartest or who's got the most connections. No. This is about mindset. This is about discipline. This is about heart. Let's get into it. The battle begins in the mind. Every war that has ever been fought, every great victory that has ever been won, it all started in the mind. Before you take action, before you make a move, the battle is already being decided up here. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindset, these are the weapons you bring into the fight every single day. And the problem with most people is that they don't even realize they've already lost before they've started. They let doubt creep in. They let fear take over. They listen to that voice that says, you're not good enough. You're not ready. Maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. The truth is, the version of you that stays comfortable, the one that makes excuses, that version of you is nothing but a lie you've been telling yourself for years. You have conditioned yourself to believe in your limitations more than your potential. You see obstacles instead of opportunities. You focus on the problems instead of the solutions. And that's why you're stuck. That's why you're not where you want to be. Because the moment you let negative thoughts take control, you've already lost the battle. You have to reprogram your mind. You have to start feeding yourself a new narrative. The most powerful tool you have is belief. If you believe you can't, you won't. If you believe you can, you will. It's that simple. Every successful person you admire, every champion, every leader, they didn't start with talent, they started with belief. They started by making a decision in their mind that they were going to win no matter what. So I ask you, what story are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself you're not good enough, that it's too hard, that you'll never make it? Or are you telling yourself, I refuse to lose, I refuse to settle, I refuse to let this version of me win? Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. And until you change the way you think, you will never change the way you live. It's time to take control of your mind. It's time to silence the voice of doubt, to drown out the negativity and to replace it with unshakable confidence. Start telling yourself every single day, I can, I will, I must. And then back it up with action, because the mind is the battlefield, and if you don't win there, you don't win anywhere. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is overrated. It's unreliable. It's that rush of energy you feel when you watch an inspiring video, hear a powerful speech, or get excited about a new goal. But let me ask you, what happens when that feeling fades? What happens when you don't feel like working? What happens when the hype is gone and all that's left is the hard work? Most people quit. Most people wait for motivation to come back, thinking they need to feel ready before they take action. But champions don't wait for motivation. Champions move with discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is showing up every single day, whether you're tired, uninspired, or frustrated. It's about making a commitment to yourself and keeping it, no matter what. Because if you only work when you feel like it, you'll never get anywhere. Your emotions will betray you. Your feelings will try to talk you out of it. But discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline gets it done. Look at the greatest athletes, the greatest entrepreneurs, the greatest minds in history. They didn't rely on motivation. They built habits. They trained themselves to act, regardless of how they felt. That's the difference between success and failure. That's the difference between staying where you are and leveling up. You see, everyone wants success, but very few are willing to pay the price. And the price is discipline. The price is waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. The price is putting in extra reps when your body is screaming at you to stop. The price is choosing growth over comfort again and again until it becomes second nature. You might not feel like working today. You might not feel like studying, practicing, training, but do it anyway. Because the more you do, the more disciplined you become. And when you become disciplined, you don't need motivation. You don't need external push. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. Get up, get to work, stay disciplined. That's how you win. The price of greatness is sacrifice. Everybody wants to be great until they realize what greatness costs. Because greatness isn't free. It's not handed out, it's earned. And the currency, it's sacrifice. You don't get to have success and comfort. You don't get to have excuses and results. You have to choose. Most people aren't willing to pay the price. They say they want it. But when it comes time to sacrifice their time, their energy, their distractions, they fold. They're not willing to give up the late nights, the partying, the entertainment. They're not willing to wake up early, put in extra hours, or cut out the negativity. And that's why they never reach their full potential. Sacrifice means making choices that others won't make, so you can live a life that others can't. It means saying no to short-term pleasure for long-term success. It means turning off the TV, putting down the phone, cutting off toxic people, and using that time to work on yourself. If you really want to be great, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up distractions? Are you willing to give up bad habits? Are you willing to give up comfort? Because if you're not, then you don't really want it. You just like the idea of it. Every legend, every success story you know, they all made sacrifices. They missed out on parties, they lost friends. They endured long, lonely nights working on their craft while the world was asleep. They suffered, but in the end it was worth it. Because when you sacrifice for greatness, greatness repays you. So stop looking for shortcuts, stop looking for easy roads. Make the sacrifices necessary to become the person you are meant to be. Because when the weak version of you tries to convince you to take it easy, remember, it's you versus you. And the stronger version has to win. Stop negotiating with yourself. Every single day you have a conversation with yourself. And too many of you are losing that conversation before you even get out of bed. You wake up and immediately the weaker version of you starts negotiating. Just 5 more minutes. I'll start tomorrow. I'll go to the gym later. And before you know it, the day is gone. And you're still in the same place. That's how the weak version of you wins. That's how you lose the battle before it even begins, because you keep negotiating. You keep making deals with yourself that only set you back. But the truth is, winners don't negotiate. They don't sit there debating whether or not they should do what needs to be done. They just do it. Look at the most disciplined, successful people in the world. Do you think they feel like doing the hard things every day? No. But they do it anyway. Because they understand that success is not about how you feel. It's about what you do. They don't wake up and ask themselves if they should work out. They don't ask themselves if they should grind today. They don't negotiate. They execute. You have to stop giving yourself an out. Stop leaving room for excuses. Stop making it an option to slack off. From now on, it's not should I, it's I must. It's not can I, it's I will. You have to commit fully. You have to be all in. Because every time you negotiate, you give power to the weaker version of yourself. And here's the truth. That weak version of you, it's a liar. It tells you you're tired, but you're not. It tells you you deserve a break, but you haven't earned it. It tells you it's okay to wait, but waiting is just another word for losing. You have to shut that voice down. You have to starve that version of you and feed the strong one. From this moment forward, the negotiation is over. No more deals, no more compromises. When it's time to work, you work. When it's time to push, you push. Because every time you choose discipline over excuses, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than your old self. And that's how you win. Pain is temporary, regret is forever. Pain is a part of the process. You cannot grow without it. You cannot succeed without it. But here's the thing. Pain is temporary. It passes. It fades. It is a moment in time. But regret lasts forever. So many people quit because they don't want to feel discomfort. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to push through the pain. But what they don't realize is that quitting doesn't take away the pain. It just replaces it with something worse. Regret. The pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of looking back on your life and knowing you could have been more, done more. See, the pain of hard work lasts a few hours, maybe a few days. But the pain of knowing you gave up on yourself, that pain stays with you forever. You don't want to wake up one day realizing you wasted years of your life making excuses. You don't want to be sitting there wondering what could have been if only you had been willing to endure a little discomfort. Every time you push past pain, you become stronger. Every time you fight through struggle, you level up. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you're built different. Because winners don't run from pain, they embrace it. They use it. They understand that pain is the price of greatness. So the next time you feel like quitting, ask yourself, do you want to suffer now? Or do you want to suffer for the rest of your life, knowing you didn't give it your all? Because in the end, the choice is yours: temporary pain or lifelong regret. One will make you better, the other will haunt you forever. Small wins create big victories. Most people make the mistake of chasing the big win. They want instant success. They want overnight results. But real success, it's built on small wins. It's built on the little things you do every single day. Every workout you complete, every early morning you wake up, every extra hour you put in, every time you choose discipline over comfort, that's a win. And those wins add up. Over time, they stack up and turn into something powerful. But most people don't see it because they're too focused on the big picture. They get frustrated when they don't see results fast enough. They give up because they don't realize that greatness isn't built in a day, it's built in the daily. Think about it. If you improve by just 1% every day, where will you be in a year? If you take small steps consistently, how much further will you be in 5 years? The problem is most people don't have patience. They want it now. They want the rewards without the process. But the process is everything. Champions understand that consistency is the secret weapon. They know that the smallest actions done repeatedly create the biggest impact. It's not about one big moment. It's about showing up every day, even when no one is watching. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop looking for the quick fix. Focus on the small wins. Focus on getting just a little bit better every single day. Because one day, you're going to look back and realize that those small victories were the foundation of something incredible. Be relentless, no more excuses. At the end of the day, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is you. Not your circumstances, not your past, not what you've been through. You. And the moment you take full responsibility for your life, that's the moment everything changes. You have to be relentless. You have to refuse to accept anything less than your best. No more excuses, no more blaming, no more waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time doesn't exist. The only time is now. You have to wake up every morning with fire in your heart, ready to attack the day like it's your last. You have to move with urgency, with intensity, with focus. Because every second you waste is a second you never get back. Do not let fear stop you. Do not let doubt slow you down. Do not let the weak version of yourself win. When things get hard, push harder. When life knocks you down, get up faster. When obstacles appear, go through them. Because the only way to lose is to quit. There are no limits except the ones you place on yourself. There are no chains except the ones you refuse to break. There is no enemy greater than the one in the mirror. And if you're willing to fight, if you're willing to commit fully, there is nothing you cannot achieve. So from this moment forward, make a promise to yourself. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more losing the battle to the weak version of you. Be relentless, be unstoppable, win the war. Because it's you versus you. And only one version of you gets to win. Ladies and gentlemen, when you walk out of here tonight, the battle does not end, it begins. The war will start the moment you wake up tomorrow. And the question is, who is going to win? The version of you that stays comfortable, or the version of you that goes all in? Because at the end of the day, it's not your talent, your background, or your resources that will determine your success. It's your mindset. It's your discipline. It's your heart. So stop holding back. Stop making excuses. Stop settling. Step into the ring and fight for the life you deserve. Because it's you versus you. And it's time for the stronger version to take over. Now go out there and win.